Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Why did it do that? All right, I'm not sure if you guys will be able to hear me. I'm going to try to you guys can see. All right. I was going to record a video, and I'm like, well, why don't I just do a feed? You guys can watch me do this. I can get stuff out of the shadows. How about that? Can't see anything now. Let's see if I can. Hi, Audrey. I just pulled up chat so I can see what was going on. I was hoping someone would join me. I wasn't sure if it would happen or not. I'm making another night. It seemed to. Oh, here it is. There's the base. We'll switch there, and this just kind of slides in there, just like the other one I think that you have. I can show you how to make one. Did you see my video? I wasn't sure if you got a chance to watch it or not. It took 3 days to make, and I think I have like 12 views on it. So I try not to let it hurt my feelings, but that's how I have another video. It has like 17,000 views, and that's how that one was at first. No one watched it. And then all of a sudden everybody started noticing it. I don't know what happened. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm not running off of my microphone. I'm running off of my my old phone. It has a camera on it, and it's connected Wi-Fi to the internet, so that's how I'm doing my live feed. So the microphone is in the camera. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but we'll see. Might have to put some earphones on or something, jack the volume up into the red zone. When I was a kid, there was no red zone on headphones. You could turn them up to your ears bled, and no one would warn you about it. Just add a little bit of color here. I might add some more paper. I don't know. It looks pretty well built up. It depends on how the color. I don't want it to look translucent, like spring roll. I don't want it to look like spring rolly. Your tablet has crappy audio, even with headphones. That's how my Pixel phone is. Even with the headphones, it's not very loud. It's like, what's up with that? Like they spent all their money on a camera and then just kind of phoned it in on the headphones. Trying to make sure you guys can see. I wasn't sure if you were going to be at home or not today, Audrey. I'm not sure if you are. Maybe you aren't. Oh, damn. Did you see what I did? I pushed right through the roof. You see there's a hole. Oops. That's all right. I'm not losing my mind over it. I'll fix it. It's fine. It'll be okay. I just keep telling myself. All right. I have some glue. I'm just going to pour some in this. Right there. Some paper handy. You can tell I'm thinking because I shut my mouth. My tongue sticks out of it. It's hard to talk. I always find it weird when you talk back to me when I didn't say anything. Oh, yeah, it's like telepathy or something, right? like live texting. Build that up a little bit. I don't like how my brush just went right through that. But it's okay if it does. That's all you do. Just bam, put some more stuff on there. I think I'm going to add more paper. This one I added, and you can see there's a texture here, and it's sand. I just put some sand on there, some black and white sand mixed together. I put some glue down, drips, and put the sand on there, and I let it dry. It makes like a really cool texture. Not sure if this paper is going to stick to it with the sand on there, so let's see. And it sort of does. Okay, so I had some glue on my brush, and then I went into my paints and sealed the top of them with a layer of glue. So it was kind of hard to break that free. Kind of dumb thing to do, but I just wasn't thinking. I got too excited with the process. That's a really cool coral color. I like that. Corals in color, sort of. I think I'm losing the sand now. That's okay. That's all right, I guess. Sand texture. It's not coming through. This is green. Yeah, you know what? I'm just like how that is. I'm just gonna peel that right off of there. Changed my mind. Rules. Rebel. Put some more green in there. I think I'll be done with that. And then I'll just get started on the roof for a little bit and see how long my camera battery lasts. All right. This is a little too translucent. When the light's turned on, it's going to shine through, which is really going to look cool. And with the sand there, it's going to block the light. It's going to give this little textured stone effect. I don't know. Am I still transmitting? Is this thing still working? I don't want it to be too concentrated. I want it to look more like moss. That's really all right. Done with the coloring. Take good care of your brushes, and they'll take good care of you. All right, next thing. Probably gonna have to let that dry. I wanted to do a really small house that wasn't a night light, that would just sit on a shelf. I don't think they all have to be night lights, do they? Put in my hot glue gun. And I have some sticks here at work. It's like 11:20 at night in the dark. I got my phone light out in the rain looking for sticks that I could use for. Here, I can show you guys. I'll show you. Oops, it's spinning all around here. I got. It's been raining and crappy. That's outside. Really pretty on the mountain right now. Okay, you guys ready to throw up? I got you spinning all over the place. You have a colorful personality, Audrey. Sparkling. We call it sparkling personality. Champagne. High quality sparkling. So when I frame these houses, I kind of like to make it go, ooh, like like that. So it's kind of weird shape. A little bit taller at the top, or I mean, wider at the top. That's kind of clunky at the bottom. And the roof doesn't have to be even. You can see one side's wonky here compared to something like I like that stick that's right there. That looks pretty cool. And then just kind of duplicate that a little bit in front once I get that all glued together. Imagine those will be in front. Maybe I can use this part here. Nah. Right. And there's some huge lag. I'm watching the feed as I'm doing this video, and on the feed, the live feed, you guys just now looked out the window, and I felt like I did that 10 minutes ago. So if you ask something that takes me a while to say something, that's why. I don't even know what that stick is, a different kind of stick. I got that one, and then just, it's a matter of making the little cross pieces. I'll have the front cross piece on that one. A really interesting stick. That's too small, but that's a pretty cool stick. But that's a cool stick. I don't know. Doesn't seem like it. There we go. That's perfect for the front. Maybe this way. Yeah, like that. Okay. Those two are in front. This guy's still drying. And some people have asked about, the shape and the design. How do you figure out what to? That I don't know. I'm sure a spider doesn't really know how it makes its web. It just does. It's not writing a doctoral thesis on web building. It just does it. It's like, I feel like doing this. I feel like doing that, and all those I feel like doing turns into a spider web. It's really cool. I guess the same is true for picking out the right sticks. It just feels right. Seems like the right thing in the right place. I kind of look for symmetry, but I don't want to be perfect symmetry. And then I look for the right asymmetry. I want it to be thrown off a little bit. I don't want it to be perfectly level, perfectly center, perfectly square. In fact, the less of that, the more. I feel it looks cool. That make a good cross member. That would make a good cross member. Yeah, drawing is something that I can only do for a little bit of it at a time. After that, I just lose interest and it seems like work. So I try to keep my art projects down to that amount of time, which is usually around 45 minutes to an hour. And if I want it to be more elaborate, like I know it's going to take more time than that, I try to break it up into sections of that amount of time. For instance, this project last night, I did the framing and the papering. And usually after you do that it's not really do anything further. And also you're tired of the project. You fought with it for, whatever, face whatever challenges, and you're satisfied that it looks cool for now. Just set it aside and then go back to the project. I divided it up into like 3 or 4 processes, stages in the process. And each one of those stages lasts 30 to 45 minutes. Yeah, but defeating boredom, no one likes to do the same thing, even if it's an enjoyable thing. They don't like to do it again and again and again forever. There's some point at which it gets boring and you want to move on to something else. You have to keep that in mind when you're trying to be creative. That's a really cool stick. That one could go at the bottom. And I have to make a base for it that looks cool and interesting. So I might use that stick for the base. So it'll be interesting. Am I going to heat it up there? Yes. All right. Let's put these pieces together. Just do them all at once. I'm probably setting myself up for failure, but it's all right. It's going to get covered in. This has to be up there. All right. I think that looks good. It's not stuck to the paper down there. Okay. Like that. All right. And the next one. You guys still see what's happening? What's happening? Like in Poltergeist, the movie. It's an old reference. I'm sorry. There. Okay. Right. People think it's carved out of wood, which really amazes me. People are like, "Is that carved out of wood?" It's like, who has the patience and time and is that from wood? It's made from processed wood, I guess I could say. So there you see. I just framed that up really nicely. Got to do that ridge. Let's make that really interesting. I hope you guys didn't get dropped. Did you get dropped from the video? I'm sorry. Wait, what is it? 5:06? I swear that I had breakfast a couple minutes ago. Yeah, the day has just vanished, hasn't it? Is that what you're talking about? Time flying by? How is it when you're at school? It just creeps along, and then when you get home, it's like, damn, next thing you know, you wake up, you gotta go back to school again. Never ends. I feel you. Okay, so I want to even up the bottom. Looks like I have it a little bit off here. I'm just going to eye it. Carefully snap those off violently. There, it looks like it's standing up. It's a little short here, but when I put the bottom parts, it should fill in. Yes, that'll fill in. So I'll just connect it on the edge here, and then connect it underneath there. And connect it on the top there, I said. Watch me have a meltdown. There. Just keep doing that around. How long am I in here for? 22? Okay, I'm only going to go for a few more minutes. Don't like these to be too long. I didn't like school either. I really hated it. It was the social aspect of school that I didn't enjoy. I think if I could have just went to school with just me and the teacher one-on-one, I could have done a lot better. I could have worked at my pace to begin with, which is a lot faster than everybody else. School was so boring, it made me want to cry. And then when it wasn't boring, it made me want to cry because people were mean. But I lived through it, and it makes you a better person, especially if you don't like school, I think. It helps you adjust to life better. Life isn't much better. I mean, the real world isn't much better than school. You can make it better, but it's really hard. Those are coming along really nicely. I think that's a perfect size for there. And that is how you frame a fairy house, a little one. Now there is a way that you can frame this and just make the box, and then you make another box, but it's like a wedge, and then it sets on top. So then you can put a hinge, and then you have the box to keep stuff in. Okay, well, that's it. Thank you, Audrey, for joining me, and anybody else who popped in here and said hello. Oh, hey, Donnie, I didn't even see. I'm trying to look through everything. If you guys could see the setup, I'll show you. That's where I'm trying to look at my chat. My camera and everything is in the way. But Audrey,